James from tracyandmatt.co.uk and from boxings.com, and I'm here with the brand new BlackBerry Curve, the 9320, that's just announced in the last 24 hours or so here in the UK. Thanks very much to Room for sending this one over so promptly, as usual. Thumbs up to you. There's your thumbs up. We'll just take a very quick look around the device and at the hardware, also at the software. Obviously this one didn't come boxed, as you can't buy this, I don't believe, today, but I think you can next week. We will get a retail package one in at some point, so we will do a proper unboxing for you. But just looking around the device, over on the left hand side we have our USB port there, and also our dedicated BBM key. Essentially this is a convenience key, but you can see it does actually say BBM next to it, so by default it's set up to BBM. So just pressing that will open the BBM application, which is quite nice. Over on the right hand side we have our up down volume controls that also act as our media controls, and there's the play pause button there in the middle as well. We get our right hand convenience key also, and on the top we have our screen on off button and our headset jack. Over on the bottom we have a speaker grill and a tiny little hole there, which is the microphone. And on the back we have our camera lens, which is a 3.2 megapixel camera. We have our camera flash, we have our nice shiny BlackBerry logo. Oh, it looks so sexy. I shouldn't have said that really, should I? Oh well, I did. On the front it's a typical BlackBerry Curve. Up at the top we have our speaker grill, we have our LED, we have our 4 buttons underneath the screen and our optical trackpad. The 4 buttons are slightly different this time than on previous Curves. We get the 4 separate buttons, the same as we do on the BlackBerry Torch 9860 and also on the BlackBerry Bold 9790. So we haven't seen these on a Curve before, but it's quite nice to see them here. And of course we have our typical BlackBerry Curve hardware keyboard, and as far as I can tell this is absolutely identical to on the previous Curves, the 9300 and the 8520. Now obviously this is the successor to the 9300 and 8520, and not only is it priced right at well, you can pick this up for as little as £130 SIM free, but the big difference, I don't know if you can hear the fire engine in the background, sorry about that. The big difference is the operating system. Obviously on the 8520 that ran OS 5, then on the 9300 that was upgradable to BlackBerry 6, and the 9320 comes with BlackBerry 7.1, which is the same as what we're now seeing on the BlackBerry Bolds and Torches. So a fantastic progression. This really brings the BlackBerry Curve up to date, and it's a wonderful smartphone. In terms of dimensions, we're looking at 109mm in height, 60mm in width, and the depth is 12.7. So it's not the thinnest device. It's not the thickest, but it feels good, and it's very lightweight. It's only 103 grams. In terms of the screen, because this is a low-end BlackBerry, a budget BlackBerry, you're never going to get the best screen quality. It's QVGA 320 by 240 resolution, and the DPI is 164. So obviously the screen quality isn't going to be as good as on a BlackBerry Bold or a BlackBerry Torch, but you know, this is a third of the price, so you get what you pay for. But it's still a beauty. Anyway, let's have a look and see what we get in terms of the software. As I say, it's typical BlackBerry 7. Up at the top we've got shortcuts to set up our Wi-Fi and our Bluetooth, that sort of thing. New feature to BlackBerry 7 is the mobile hotspot, so we can turn that on and then connect up to 5 devices to use the data on the BlackBerry. There's no NFC supported on the 9320. At this moment in time, I don't think that's a big deal, to be honest with you. Notifications will appear here. I haven't got any at the moment. Over on the right, we've got universal search, which you can either tap the icon to access it, or the easiest way is just to start typing on the screen, and using universal search will sort of filter down any applications on the device that relate to the word that you're looking for. And then into the main menu. I've got this set up just as one pane, but with BlackBerry 7 you can switch panes to favourites and media and that sort of thing, but I don't like that. So the good thing about BlackBerry 7 is you can turn that off, so I've just got the one pane here. So starting off with what we get preloaded, obviously we get our messages application, which is fairly standard stuff. You can compose all sorts of messages from here. In terms of email, obviously, being a BlackBerry, it does push email. You can set up to 10 email accounts. We've got the web browser, which is so much better on this new Curve than on previous Curves. It really is. It makes it's like chalk and cheese. It really is. We've obviously got tab browsing as well, so we can jump between different ones. And if we just load another one up, and we'll go to we'll try that one. You'll see that it loads pretty quickly. There we go. I'm not in Argentina, so I'm not going to progress with this. But as you see, the web browser on this new device is absolutely fantastic, and a huge improvement over the previous BlackBerry Curves. We've obviously got our media. We've got some so you have to excuse me, getting BBM'd. This one was preloaded on there, so we can test the speaker. The speaker's pretty loud, actually. Doesn't sound too bad. Video, there's a sample one preloaded. So although the screen resolution isn't the greatest, watching video on it is actually pretty good. We've obviously got our media library. We can scroll through our photos, that sort of thing, and you've obviously got the option there to actually send those or set as a wallpaper, share them, do all sorts of stuff. Jumping out of media, obviously the Facebook application is preloaded, and this is much the same as we've seen on the previous Blackberries. Obviously this is the latest version that we get preloaded. Blackberry Messenger, you can either have the icon on your home screen, or as I say, you can just press the shortcut key, and that will sort of open it up. Not really too much to say about Blackberry Messenger. We all know it's absolutely fantastic. Twitter for BlackBerry is preloaded on the device. You know, works like a treat. You get your push notifications. If you're a Twitter user, this is without doubt the application that you need to use on your BlackBerry. App World's preloaded. Camera, let's have a look at, find something to take a picture of. Camera's not autofocus, but it does a pretty good job, and it takes the it takes the pictures nice and quickly. Obviously we've got the option to turn the flash on and off, like so, and we've got some scenes that we can choose, face detection and that sort of thing. If well, that's what floats your boat. I tend to normally leave it on auto, and it does a reasonable job. We've obviously got the clock application, our contacts, text messaging. I tend to actually hide the text messaging icon, which you can do with any icon, because I integrate that into the messaging inbox, but that's just a personal preference. We've obviously got our calendar, BlackBerry Maps, social feeds, which I don't personally use, but this will integrate to your Twitter feed, your Facebook, your instant messaging clients, that sort of thing. Also got the RSS feeder on there as well. As I say, not something I use, but I like to keep things separate, but it sort of comes down to personal preference, doesn't it? We obviously get our 3 instant messaging clients also on here, which is Windows Live Messenger. Not sure if anybody actually uses that anymore. Yahoo Messenger, and also Google Talk, which is a fantastic application. Into the applications folder, normal stuff. We've got our documents to go, which would allow us to not only view, but actually to create Word and Excel documents, like so. BlackBerry Protect is preloaded. If you use a BlackBerry, make sure you set this up. Not only will it back up all your contacts, your SMS messages, your calendars and your passwords, that sort of thing, it will also allow you to track your BlackBerry if you do lose it via the web. You can send messages to it remotely, or even set the alarm off, or even wipe the BlackBerry remotely. We've got a normal games preloaded, which is Brick Breaker and World Mile. There's a couple of trial ones there you can download as well. I've said this before, you know, if you're after a gaming device, then BlackBerry certainly isn't the best one, but there are some nice little games that you can play. Looking at the options here, the great thing about BlackBerry 7 is it makes everything so easy. You know, changing your wallpaper, you know, doing everything is so easy, and you can't really go wrong. So if you're using this as your first smartphone, it's so easy to use. The OK magazine is preloaded on this one, which I haven't used before. If you're into your celebrity gossip, then maybe this is a nice application that you'd like to use. Also, the Virgin Train Tickets one was preloaded, not one that I've seen before. I don't go on the trains much, but if you do, then you might like that application. Sky Sports Football's on there. I've heard that football's quite popular here in the UK, so this might be a godsend to you football fans. There's a game called Beat the Intro on there that's pretty cool as well. Foursquare, that didn't come preloaded, I downloaded that one. We've got Quite preloaded. I think the NatWest was preloaded, I'm not sure, because I have been playing about with this, and I put some of my own stuff on there. eBay was on there, TubeMap as well, Lock. The YouTube one there, that isn't actually an application, that's it's a link to the mobile site, but it seems to do a pretty good job. I've been watching various videos on here, and yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. In fact, let's if we click to my favourites, we can test it out. Let's find a nice one to look at, shall we? Oh, there's a playbook one, that'll do. And there's a cross on the screen, which means it doesn't want to work, I don't think. That's a bit weird. It worked yesterday because I was playing with it. Oh well, not to worry, you'll have to trust me on that one, it works a treat. So that's pretty much it. Fantastic new BlackBerry Curve 9320. I'd say it's a huge improvement over the 9300 and the 8520. You know, this one is going to be absolutely massive, particularly with the youngsters. As I say, you can pick this up from £130, SIM-free. It's available on all the major networks, both on contract and on pay-as-you-go. I know that Orange are doing this one on a 24-month contract from as little as £10.50 a month with a free device. So I think this is going to be well, the BlackBerry smartphone was the best-selling. I nearly said smelling. Best-selling smartphone in the UK for the last 2 years in a row, and with this new addition to the Curve range, I can't see any reason why that shouldn't continue. So nice work for him. A fantastic new BlackBerry Curve. It's an absolute poppy dazzler. Thank you for watching, and we will have a full review of this on the site in the next week or so. See you later.